2 on, 1 out, and the 0-1 pitch. Line to right field. That's a base hit. To third base. Green light coming for Frazier. Kepler fires towards the plate, and it's knocked down by Solano. Everybody's safe. Another run is in. Frazier scores. Henderson to third. RBI single Santander. 6-1 Baltimore.
What you just heard was the Orioles' 6th run of just the second inning, and that would be the 6th run of the entire game for them. Sonny Gray had a shaky outing, and the wheels fell off right there in the second inning. That is also his last outing until the All-Star game, probably one he wishes he could take back. Well, welcome into the Truly Hard Seltzer postgame download. This is Lexi Schweinert in for Chris Atterbury. The Twins lost the second game of the series to the Orioles 6-2. We'll have highlights from this one later on, but first we're going to be joined with Hall of Famer and former Twin, Danny Gladden. Danny, how are you?
I'm doing very, very good. I'm just trying to pencil in my final score here.
Yeah, lots happening. Well, I want to talk about that second inning because the difference in this game was that second inning. I mean, without it, the Twins might have won 2-0. That in the second inning, 5 singles, 2 walks, a defensive mishap. What did you think of Sonny Gray during that inning?
Well, I just thought that, he kind of got off the track there. I think that it was a ground ball that started it, got under the glove. I think Julian there at second base caught in between. I think, do I dive for it? Do I just stay on my knees and try to backhand it? Got under, and I think that kind of frustrated, Sonny Gray there a little bit. And then there was some soft contact. There were some balls hit through some open holes where they had a certain shift, and they were just kind of hitting the ball. And then, Hicks doinked one in there. And then it came to the walks, the bases loaded walk. I thought that was crucial for Sonny Gray right there. Really back-to-back bases loaded walk. And then, of course, the little doinker with the 2 RBIs by Frazier, the number 9 hitter. So it wasn't like they were pounding the ball to the warning tracks and, making hard contact. I think it was a combination of just some soft contact, a play not made, Sonny then getting frustrated a little bit, and had a couple walks in the inning.
Definitely a messy inning and
Yes.
kind of a hole for the Twins to dig out of. It was 6-1 after that inning, but the offense also did not help. I mean, 1 week ago, the players headed to Baltimore after that closed-door players-only meeting, talking about the offense yesterday, 1 run. Today, 2 runs. They were 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. When are we going to start to see the results from what they've been talking about pretty much all season?
Lexi, you're looking for some consistency in the offense part of it. Yeah, you get down 6 runs. That was it. They didn't do anything, Baltimore, the rest of the game, and that was just in the second inning. So, okay, let's get going here. And I thought they had an opportunity in the third inning to lead off walk to Taylor. That was a great at-bat. And, again, Tyler Wells, saying that he is their best. He's 6-4, not a big strikeout guy, gives up a ton of home runs. So I thought, okay, the recipe here, let's get some guys on. What do? We do hit home runs, and thought maybe that would be the case. A walk, and then, of course, the ground ball double play by Correa kind of hurt a little bit. And then Julian got the base hit, but then it was too late. Buxton flew out. And then again, in the 4th inning, leadoff double, walk, fly out, and then a ground ball double play by Farmer. So the opportunities were there to kind of get back, not just 1 inning and try to get 4 or 5, just get a couple, and then just come back. And I think you can grab some momentum there because Sonny Gray, I think, was locked in after that second inning.
Yeah, and it's also so frustrating also when the Twins have chances and they're just not capitalizing on them. We also know that this can be a great team. I mean, they just swept the Royals. Now they've lost back-to-back games to the Orioles. How important as a former player is it to win a game tomorrow before you head into the All-Star break and start, the second half of the season?
Well, I think so, but don't forget, you're talking about the Kansas City Royals, the Baltimore Orioles. These are 2 different teams.
That is different. That is different.
Just the atmosphere, and I think even you going over the scouting report, a little bit different team there, but at the same time, yeah, you would like to be able to come out and get a nice win here tomorrow before you go into that All-Star break. Lexi, what always concerns me about an All-Star break is you're going to scatter. Guys are going to go back to their homeland. Some guys are going to go back to their house. Some guys are going to go on vacation and meet up with the team back in Oakland. And I think that sometimes you can disperse, not do any baseball activities, and then try to be able to come back on that Friday with Oakland, hit the light switch and turn it back on. I'm sure that these guys, I know that, being professionals, that they will stay somewhat active. And if they're supposed to do a bullpen, try to stay active a little bit, because a lot of teams will come back from that All-Star break. They were contenders and will just kind of fade out of any kind of playoff contention.
Mm-hmm. And I do want to bring it back to one point you said about, yes, it was the Royals that we swept, but we did win 2 of the 3 last weekend against Baltimore. So it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, no question. I think that, tomorrow You got Joe Ryan out of the mound, and Joe Ryan, I think that, see how he goes. And then, of course, Kyle Gibson. There's going to be a lot of fans here rooting for Kyle Gibson. He has an opportunity for a personal goal, and that would be to tie, I guess, Jose Barrios with the most wins here at Target Field. And on top of that, he's a nice kid that we pulled for a long time. So it should be another good game here. I like this. I was a little frustrated in the lack of the offense and hurry up and let's do something. Whereas the Baltimore Orioles just sat on that second inning to win the ballgame.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully the Twins can turn it around tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to have
get
to.
a notch in the win column. Thank you, Danny, for
You
all
got
your
it.
thoughts. Always appreciate talking with you. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys stick around. Coming up after the break, we're going to walk through these highlights and see where the Twins went wrong. That's next year on your home for Twins baseball. It's the Truly Hard Seltzer post-game download. This is Lexi Schweinert in for Chris Atterbury. Let's check out our Twins highlights brought to you by the Sheboygan Sausage Company. A 1-2-3 scoreless first inning for Sonny Gray. Julian had a one-out double to kick off the Twins' first inning. Buxton grounded out. Julian advanced to third. An 0-2 pitch in the dirt to Solano. Catcher Rutschman couldn't grab it. Julian ran home to make it 1-0 Twins. Solano hit a two-out double, but Kepler grounded out to end the inning. The wheels came off for Sonny in the second. O'Hearn singled thanks to a defensive play that was not made by Julian. Hayes and Hicks both singled next, and suddenly the bases were loaded with no outs. Sonny didn't have the sharpest stuff next.
Trying to get back in this count right here. 3 on, nobody out, a 3-0 count. And the pitch, and that is, I guess, low, ball 4. Wow, that looked like a good pitch at the knees. That looked like a good pitch. Instead, called ball 4. That's a bases-loaded walk. O'Hearn scores. It's a 1-1 game. 5-game hitting streak for Urias, and the 3-2. Ball 4. Another run is in. No debate there. Sinker not close. Down and away. Back-to-back bases-loaded walks. And the Orioles have a 2-1 lead.
And the bases were still loaded for Adam Frazier.
Frazier bloops it back of third. That's going to fall for a base hit, and 2 runs will score. Gallo will concede, flip it into third base. Adam Frazier with a soft 2-run single to left. It's a 4-1 Baltimore lead, and still nobody out in the second.
An RBI single from Henderson, then Santander made it 6-1 Orioles. O'Hearn lined into a double play next. Solano catching, then tagging Santander out at first, finally ending that second inning. A 1-2-3 bottom of the second. Then a bounce back for Sonny after the dreadful second. He would go on to retire 9 in a row. Twins getting a chance. Taylor drew a leadoff walk in the third, but Correa grounded into a double play. Julian singled, then Buxton flew out to end the inning. Solano hit a leadoff double in the fourth. Kepler drew a walk. 2 on, no outs. Jeffers flew out. Farmer at the plate.
1 on, 2 on, and a pitch. Ground ball. That's going to be fielded by the shortstop. He'll step on second, throw to first in time. Gunnar Henderson, ranging to his left, tried to flip it to the second baseman, and he couldn't get out of his glove, so he took it himself and stepped on the bag, and an on-target throw.
The Twins were quiet in the fifth. Sonny walked 1 in the sixth, but no damage was done. Buxton hit a single in the second with 1 out. Solano doubled on a line drive. Buxton waved around to home. He slid home to make it 6-2 Baltimore. Back-to-back strikeouts from Kepler, and Jeffers left Solano on. Oliver Ortega into pitch the seventh. He had a 1-2-3 inning, picking up a strikeout. Brian Baker pitching the seventh for Baltimore. Back-to-back 2-out singles from Taylor, and Correa Julian grounded out to end the inning. Ortega walked 1 in the eighth, but nothing more. Kepler drew a walk in the eighth, but he would be left on. The Orioles had a 1-2-3 ninth inning, and then the Twins, they had a double from Taylor in the ninth, but could not get anything to happen. Carlos Correa lined out to end the game, and the Twins lost game 2, 6-2. The totals for today, the Twins had 9 hits and 2 runs. Sonny Gray went 6, allowed 6 hits, 6 earned runs, walked 3, and struck out 5. Orioles had 6 hits and 6 runs. Tyler Wells went 6, allowed 6 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 2, and struck out 4. Those are our Twins highlights, brought to you by the Sheboygan Sausage Company, America's tradition since 1933, Sheboygan. Despite the loss, Donovan Solano was our Treasure Island Diamond Player of the game. This was his second 3-double game. The other was July 30th, back when he was a Giant. Solano is only the 27th Twin to have 3 or more doubles in a game. Listen to some of his highlights.
The stretch and the pitch, a swing and a line drive left center field. That's in the gap, and that will land for a base hit. Hicks will sprint, cut that one off before the wall, but still Solano makes second base with a 2-out double.
Curve, pull down the left field line, stay fair. That ball is going to land into the corner. It'll one hop over the fence. So the Twins with a leadoff double here to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Byron at first, short lead. Fly ball hit into shallow right center field. That's going to land for a base hit. Buck around second. He's going to make it there. They're going to wave Byron around third. Throw to the plate and not in time. Buck with a head first slide into the plate. Gutsy send by Tommy Watkins, and that is the 3rd double for Donovan Solano.
The last time a Twin had a 3-double game, that was Jorge Polanco in 2021. Donovan Solano is our Treasure Island Diamond Player of the game. Treasure Island Resort and Casino is the exclusive casino sponsor of the Minnesota Twins. The island is your destination for all things fun. Visit TICasino.com to plan your visit. Today, Wells got the win. He is now 7-4 on the season, and he is 3-0 against the Twins in his career. Sonny Gray got the loss. He is now 4-3 on the season, and he has not won a game since April. Definitely going to be searching for that after the All-Star break. Well, don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we're going to preview the minor league games tonight. Then we're going to check out some scores from the majors right here on your home for Twins baseball.
This is the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Welcome back to the Truly Hard Seltzer post-game download. This is Lexi Schweinert in for Chris Atterbury. The Twins lost today to the Baltimore Orioles 6-2, but their minor league teams are all playing tonight, and they all have a chance to win. So no games have happened yet. Fort Myers is playing Jupiter at 5 p.m. Cedar Rapids is taking on the Quad Cities at home at 6:35. It'll be Corey Lewis going for them. Wichita is playing at Tulsa at 7:05 p.m. Their pitcher is Travis Adams, and St. Paul is playing away at Iowa at 6:08 p.m. Right-handed pitcher Simeon Woods Richardson is going for the Saints, a name that may be familiar to Twins fans. Now it's time to check out our Xfinity out-of-town scoreboard. Let's start with Detroit, where they were playing the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays were watching a no-hitter. Let's check out this highlight from the game, seeing if the Tigers can do it.
It's a no-ball, 2-strike count on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Lang. Long look in from the belt. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging a chopper left side. Charging in McKinstry. On to first. No-hitter! For the first time in franchise history, the Tigers have thrown a no-hitter, a combined no-hitter, as they mob Alex Lang on the mound. And they have done it here today, Jimmy. What a win for the Tigers. A no-hitter this afternoon.
Exactly. What a game for the Tigers. It was their 9th no-hit game in team history, but it was the first one combined, meaning there was multiple pitchers. Matt Manning went 6.2 innings, allowing no hits, no earned runs, walking 3 and striking out 5. Green went 2 for 2. Spencer Torkelson went 1 for 3 with an RBI double, and Kerry Carpenter went 1 for 2 with an RBI triple. Definitely a day in history for the Tigers. Now let's go to Milwaukee. They were facing the Cincinnati Reds. Willy Adames, he had a home run yesterday, a strong start in the first.
Swing and a drive to left and deep. Get up, get out of here, and way gone for Willy Adames. No doubt about that one.
Now the Brewers are leading 4-1. The Brewers are 1 game behind the Reds for first place in the NL Central. And being from Milwaukee, I know those games and rivalries get crazy. That's what you get when you check the out-of-town scoreboard. Coming up next, we are going to hear sound straight from the clubhouse. Don't go anywhere. That's all here on your home for Twins baseball.
You're listening to the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Welcome into the Truly Hard Seltzer post-game download. This is Lexi Schweinert in for Chris Atterbury. We are recapping the Twins' loss to the Baltimore Orioles 6-2. We just got sound from the clubhouse. Manager Rocco Baldelli talks about starter Sonny Gray.
You look at his start, he threw the ball well. He looked just like he always looks out there. That inning, when you add up, a play to start the inning off that could have been made with some contact and a couple of walks and a strike three that, was clearly in the zone with the bases loaded. I'm not here to argue balls and strikes, but it was a strike, and he threw it, and there's a big difference between a run scoring on a bases loaded 3-2 pitch or no run scoring and getting it out. So, when you wrap it all together, there's probably gonna be some runs that inning. I think it probably should have been more like a couple of runs, 2 or 3 runs maybe, and not 6 runs, because he threw the ball better than that.
Yeah, it was a 6-run inning for Sonny Gray. Definitely probably wanted that inning back. This is Sonny on that inning.
They start the inning off with three singles, and I'm fine with to be honest with you, every one of the pitches that were made for that to be singles. So now you feel like you're making quality pitches. You have a clean first, you go up for the second, like I said, and then the inning starts and it's bases loaded, no outs, and like I said, it was just 3 kind of singles. You get to a dude 3-0, you may try and they're hitting it where we're not, right? So then you may try and mentally say, like, all right, now I'm gonna try and punch this dude out. I'm gonna do this. You start to get a little bit too fine because things are not going your way. They're just poking it the other way. They're staying inside. They're just hitting it in the holes, and it's like I said, you just give up 6 singles, and then you look up and you've given up 6 runs. And
after that second inning, Sonny Gray did retire 9, so we definitely got back on track. Ryan Jeffers catching for him today. He shares his perspective on Sonny from behind the batter's box.
Hit a couple balls softly where we weren't. Obviously, you want the 2 walks back, but it's one of those weird innings. That's why no one at the end of the year has a 1 ERA, just because innings like that happen. Yeah, it's tough. There's 2 pitches that inning that we probably should have been strikes. It sucks, but all you can do is move on.
How do you move on?
I just, like you do every other day, tomorrow's another game, and go out and try and win.
That's exactly right, and a great attitude for Jeffers to have. But the offense today, they were 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position despite the 9 hits. That was more than the Orioles, who had 6. So where is the offense coming from? Where is it right now? Rocco Baldelli talks about that.
I'm not sure. I don't think there's one answer to that question. Where did the at bats go? We couldn't get much going. We scattered a half dozen good swings through the game, and didn't put very many of them together. Putting them together is where the runs come from. You look, if you just look at the game today, their runs came in 1 inning. The rest of the at bats, they would probably on the other side say not great, but we put together enough in 1 inning to get it done. And that's what we need to do. We need to find a way to build upon when we do have a good swing or 2, to not have any of those throwaway at bats, to not have any of those at bats that end quickly with weak contact or things like that. There's not one way to do that. That's a collective effort that we need to find that we haven't had it the last 2 days.
Good thoughts there from Rocco Baldelli on the offense. A player that did have the offense going, Donovan Solano. He was 3 for 4 on the day with an RBI and 3 doubles.
I give you my 100% every time I go to a play, to the game. The more opportunity I have, I try to catch everything. I try to hit everything. And today was a good day for me, but we lost, and I think can't feel enough happy for the loss, but.
That was Donovan Solano. And another positive note that came out of today, Pablo Lopez was named to the All-Star game. He will be joining Sonny Gray in Seattle to represent Minnesota. This is Pablo on the honor.
It meant a lot for me. I can't remember the last time I didn't watch an All-Star game. It started when I was little. It's probably one of my favorite things to watch. And back when I was growing up, I used to watch it, telling myself I want to be there someday. And then even the time of being in the big leagues, I still watch it. I watch it every single year. And then after that, it became like I want to be there someday. And then like that's always been one of my motivations. You know, it's always been one of my goals, one of like the things I wanted to do, I want to participate in. And I knew like you have to work hard for it. You know, no one's gonna give it to you. You have to like earn it by, you know, showing up every day and showing up what you're capable of. And that comes with your routine, the way you go about your business. So I'm incredibly happy. It was definitely good news to hear, and I couldn't be happier. And as much as I'm happy, I'm equally grateful for everyone around me in this clubhouse, in this organization, to make it just like it's a team effort. You know, like I wouldn't be in this position without anyone, without my teammates, everyone that makes resources available, not just to me, but all the players, all my teammates, to continue to get better and just find the best version of ourselves that we can be.
And Pablo did say that he had All-Star break plans, but obviously he's going to scrap that and head to Seattle to participate in the All-Star game. That is the sound from the clubhouse. We heard from Rocco Baldelli and a couple of other players on today's game. Coming up after the break, we're going to circle the bases. That's right here on your home for Twins baseball. The Twins hit the Orioles 9-6, but fall 6-2 in this one, courtesy of a 6-run second inning. The Twins drop back to 500 at 45-45. Let's circle the bases from this one. At first, the Orioles' first 2 runs today came when Sonny Gray issued back-to-back bases-loaded walks in the 6-run second inning. The last Twin to walk in back-to-back runs was Sergio Romo on September 22nd of 2019 versus the Royals. The second guy Romo walked that day, that was Ryan O'Hearn, who was playing first for Baltimore today. At second, the Orioles scored 6 runs today, but didn't record an extra base hit. It's just the 15th time in franchise history that a Twins team allowed 6+ runs and no extra base hits. The last was on September 8th of 2020 in St. Louis. All 6 of those runs came off of Twins starter Sonny Gray. The last Twins starter to give up 6 or more on no extra bases is current Oriole and tomorrow's starter Kyle Gibson. At third, former Twins farmhand Tyler Wells goes 6 innings, giving up 2 runs to earn his 7th win of the season. Tyler Wells has now gone at least 5 innings in each of his 18 outings. That's 17 starts and 1 relief appearance. That matches Seattle's Luis Castillo, Texas's Nathan Eovaldi, and San Francisco's Logan Webb for the most such outings in the majors. At home during the game, Pablo Lopez was named to the American League All-Star team and will join today's starter Sonny Gray in Seattle. It's his first All-Star selection of his career. The last time the Twins had 2 pitchers selected to the All-Star game, that was 2019 with Jose Barrios and Jake Odorizzi. Well, that does it when you circle the bases. The Twins lost this game 6-2, but they have one last chance to win a game before the All-Star break tomorrow. Tomorrow, former Twin Kyle Gibson is pitching for Baltimore, and he will be pitching against the Twins starter Joe Ryan. We start tomorrow at 12 p.m. with Inside Twins. Corey Provis will be chatting with Thad Levine. That's coming up right here on your home for Twins baseball.